Again, the first bit of Siu Lim Tao is where you understand about the arm movement. The sequence is very important. And initially, when you first learn it, the important thing is just to get the sequence. Tan Siu, Hun Siu, into a Jam Siu. Drawing it back to the Wu Siu. Relaxing down to a Fu Siu, the first of three. So you push out. Hun Siu, Jam Siu. Draw it back to the Wu Siu, relax down for the second Fu Siu. Push out, circle, Jun Siu, draw back, Wu Siu, relax down for the third Fu Siu. Push out, Hun Siu, Jam Siu, draw back to the Wu Siu. Pack the shoulder, bring it back to the center line, straighten out as a vertical palm. Flatten the hand, pull it back to create tension in the forearm for a Hun Siu. Close the hand as a horizontal fist to pull back. So the hand opens, the right hand opens. Pan, Hun Siu, Jam Siu. Draw it back to the Wu Siu. Relax down to the Fu Siu, push out to one fist distance. Hun Siu to Jam Siu, draw back to the Wu Siu, relax down for the second Fu Siu to push out for the elbow one fist distance. Hun Siu to Wu Siu, draw back, relax down to the third and final Fu Siu, push out. Hun Siu, Jam Siu, draw back to Wu Siu. Pack, center, palm, flatten the hand, tension in the wrist for the Hun Siu. Close, pull back. What we're looking at with this third as a run through again is the fingers come on at the elbow position. Maintain the wrist, as soon as it comes on the position, the wrist stays on the center line for the whole of this movement. As soon as the wrist comes on the center line, it stays on the center line for all the movements of the arm. The elbow comes in, the one fist distance. The wrist stays in its position, rotates to vertical. It's important that these fingers are vertical in this plane and in the other plane, in two planes. The fingers should be straight. What I call the fingertips are alive. They're not slack. You're getting tension and focus of energy in the fingertips, also in the thumb, where the thumb is bent. You don't want the fingertips too close together. You don't want the thumb on the palm. Draws back. It's this relax down and the foot's up again. The wrist stays on the center line. The elbow comes in to push it out. It circles around up into the Jam Siu and pulls back, and the elbow drifts out from the center line, out of the position where it will be drawn back towards the body. Relax down for the second Fu Siu. It pushes out. The elbow pushes the wrist out. Now the elbow pulls the wrist back. This action of going out and back, dropping, pushing the wrist out and drawing the wrist back, pushing out with the elbow and drawing back with the elbow. The elbow is the unit being driven by the shoulder and pulled back by the shoulder. That's what this part of the form is for, is to develop an understanding of shoulder muscles that drive the elbow, where the forearm is an extension of your elbow. Pushing the shoulder defines your outer gate boundary. You relax back to the center line and drive the palm out. It's important that you always concentrate on understand the spiral of your center line. Flatten the hand, pull back. Exercise the tension across the wrist, developing the forearm in the Hun Siu to close and pull back. You open the hand, the Tan Siu. Rotate to the vertical and draw back. Relax down to the Fu Siu, the first of the three. It's one, hand vertical, draw back. Relax down the second Fu Siu. Relax down the third Fu Siu. Notice the elbow that's coming in and the elbow that's coming back. The elbow comes in towards the center line. This action, you develop in the muscles behind the punch. From the Jam Siu position drawn back, you're exercising the muscles in a way that you're using it in a Jut Siu or a Lap Siu. So it's the backward energy that you develop in the muscles in in the shoulder form. Going out, you need the elbow behind the punch. Coming back, it's the elbow drawing the hand back. Also, when we're doing this part of the first third of the form, when we're practicing this first third of the form, we're also looking at breathing. It's important that you actually develop an understanding of breathing. It should be relaxed. You shouldn't be holding your breath at any point. You keep your mouth shut, you breathe in and out through your nose, your tongue is pressed to the roof of the mouth. You use your diaphragm to breathe. So when you breathe in, the stomach goes out. When you breathe out, the stomach comes in. It's known throughout many different disciplines, not just the martial arts. Yoga as well. Breathing using the tantien, breathing using your diaphragm. Essentially, it's an understanding of relaxed breathing. And it's something that you should be constantly aware of. When you're practicing these movements, you learn to focus. You learn to develop correct hand position, correct elbow position. It's only once you've started to get correct positions that you can actually start putting more and more tension in. In the early stages, don't use tension in this first third of the form. You need to correct position before you can start putting tension in. Otherwise, the muscles are being tensed in the wrong way and you've got a chance of creating some sort of injury or possible damage. Once you start developing the tension in the form, what you've then got to start looking towards is making the movements last longer. A standard way of thinking about it is it should take out 1 minute to get from there to there, round circle, 1 minute to get from there to there, to relax down. 1 minute from there to there, relax, and 1 minute from back. So that means 8 minutes on one side, 8 minutes on the other. So the first third of your first form should take you around about a quarter of an hour, 60 minutes. That should be an optimum level. You can practice more. You don't have to practice just 3 in the form. You can practice it as many times. I have heard the tales of it taking Yip Man an hour to do the first form. I can imagine that. It doesn't have to be done with total tension all the time. You can do it nice and relaxed and focus on your elbow. You can do it nice and relaxed and focus on your breathing. You can do it nice and relaxed and just to get the movements right. To get a feel for the form. So you're making sure that you get to understand your own body movements. Understand yourself. No small ideas.